Equity Group's commitment to advance Africa's sustainable development agenda was among presentations it showcased at the COP28 summit held in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. The summit was held under the theme Putting Nature, People, Lives and Livelihoods at the Heart of Climate Action. Speaking at the COP28, President William Ruto said UAE collaborated with Africa to hasten Africa's green industrialization.
As the continent of Africa, we are a continent of opportunity. We are actually laying bare those opportunities for the world to see, for the world to appreciate, and for the world to come along with us, because we have real investment that will change the course of history. And these are green investments that are in tandem with saving the planet.
Equity Group played a pivotal role in launching the Africa Rural Climate Adaptation Finance Mechanism. Speaking at the launch of the initiative, Equity Group Managing Director and CEO Dr. James Mwangi said the program is a risk-sharing facility that catalyzes up to $700 million for micro, small and medium enterprises in Kenya, Rwanda, Tanzania and Uganda.
Climate change adaptation and mitigation is a global phenomenon requiring global thinking and local acting. So these partnerships are availed as that opportunity to think globally, strategically, and act locally with the small-scale farmers. We have had 15 years of partnership with IFAD. So we know each other, we share values, and we share a common purpose as regards small-scale farmers.
Dr. Mwangi said Equity works with like-minded partners to seize opportunities that scale up climate change adaptation.
Our partners are in Europe, and Equity is in Eastern Central Africa, where the small-scale farmers are, but it's in Europe where really the common understanding of this subject matter is, and where the partners has resources. So those who need resources are down in the south, those who have the resources are to the north, and we have created a bridge to link the two, the resources and the needs and the capabilities.
Dr. Mwangi discussed the significance of Equity's transformative blueprint, the Africa Recovery and Resilience Plan, ARRP.
We are in South Sudan, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, Tanzania and DRC. And broadly what we have done is to create an African recovery and resilient plan that brings all these initiatives together, brings all the partners together, and is to help the continent to really adapt and really mitigate the effects of climate change under that framework. Then we have gone to each country and created a country plan and a framework. And that framework is to enable the governments to achieve their strategic objectives and to align their resources and aspirations to the common plan.
Nordic Development Fund Managing Director Karin Isaacson said it was inspiring to listen to the deliberations on what happens when partners come together to walk the talk about climate financing.
We have a channel to actually reach the smallholder farmers and all the expertise on the ground from the Equity Bank.
In a different forum organized by Equity Group, Dr. Mwangi highlighted the need to shift economic dynamics, advocating for a balance between people, planet, and profit.
This plan is predicated on two things: being people-centered and as response to the cry of the planet that we need to live on it better in a more sustainable way. So on one hand is planet and people, and the link between the two is commerce.
Sharing the example of the group, Dr. Mwangi said the Africa Recovery and Resilience Plan envisions a future where Africa plays a pivotal role in sustainable development.
This group for the last 30 years has operated with two engines, as people call it, the two-engine business model. A huge financial group made of banks, insurance companies, investment and technology companies. But on the other hand, a foundation that receives 2% of the entire revenue of the commercial group to really deliver shared prosperity to host communities. But the foundation beyond the 2% acts as a platform for like-minded people so that we can aggregate resources and use the infrastructure of the commercial engine to be able to deliver on social programs to communities.
Equity was the smallest financial provider in Kenya 30 years ago, but on deploying the model, it grew to become now the largest financial group in East and Central Africa.
It was number 66 out of 66, and because of the model, it's now the largest financial group in East and Central Africa, moving from 300,000 asset company to a 13.3 billion US dollar company, touching the lives of 19 million customers directly and supporting huge communities.
The Africa Recovery and Resilience Plan articulates strategic interventions, including an 8-fold increase in agricultural productivity through climate-smart practices.
Climate-smart, regenerative agriculture is what Africa wishes to adopt, so that that 8 times agricultural productivity doesn't include adding more land to agriculture. It's using the current land much better. And in the process, the 65% unutilized arable land can be used for forestry, can be used for more sustainable, and it's not put to agriculture.
Equity Group Director of Sustainability, Reshma Shah, underscored the bank's commitment to environmental and social due diligence in loan application processes.
We have taken a strategy to grow our agricultural book to 30%, and we understand that in the same way that agriculture is necessary for food security, it also creates a big threat to the environment. But there are ways of providing agriculture, like regenerative farming, what we're using on the fertilizers, what we're doing in different mechanisms on water harvesting, waste management, and those are programs that get identified as part of the environmental and social risks.
The group's participation at the COP28 lifted Equity to a pedestal to stand out as a lead proponent of sustainable development and climate action.